We begin on the continent of Fodlan, a large landmass divided into three rival nations, currently at peace: the Adrestian Empire to the south and west, the Holy Kingdom of Fargus to the north, and the Leicester Alliance to the east. The Church of Saros, based at the Garrigmach Monastery, is located at the center of Fodlan and is the epicenter of the region's dominant religion, making it a very influential power throughout the land. In ancient history, a war raged between the church's founder, Saros, and a warrior known as Nemesis, also called the King of Liberation, in an era which saw the establishment of the empire by Saros. In the 1,000 years since, the kingdom split away from the empire, and the alliance declared its independence from both powers. A prolonged conflict ensued, with the church being responsible for keeping the peace. The nobility of Fodlan frequently bear crests, which are sigils passed down through family bloodlines that grant magical powers, with major crests being more powerful than minor crests. Bearing a crest greatly influences societal standing, with the nobles who inherit crests valued far above those who lack them. Those who have crests can also wield powerful artifacts called heroes' relics. The fire emblem, also known as the Crest of Flames, is the crest associated with the progenitor god, who created an ancient civilization in Fodlan. One night, Byleth and her father Geralt, a mercenary duo, come across and assist three young nobles, Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, with fighting off a group of bandits, greatly impressing them in the process. During the fight, Byleth is aided by Sothis, a strange girl who initially has no memory of who she is, can only be seen and heard by Byleth, and visits Byleth in her dreams. Geralt and Byleth are then summoned to the monastery, where Geralt reluctantly rejoins the church's military arm, the Knights of Saros, while Byleth is made a professor of the monastery's officer academy. Geralt privately warns Byleth not to trust the church's archbishop, Rhea, but does not explain his reasons. Byleth is given the choice of leading one of the Academy's three schoolhouses, each aligned to one of the three nations of Fodlan: the Black Eagles, led by Edelgard, Imperial Princess and heir to the throne of the Empire; the Blue Lions, commanded by Prince Dimitri of the Kingdom; or the Golden Deer, led by Claude, heir to the Alliance's leading family. Byleth assumes her duties as teacher for the Golden Deer, training Claude and her other students and leading them in battles on behalf of the Knights of Saros. Through their experiences, she and her students discover frightening knowledge regarding the nature of relics and crests, including a fight with a relic thief, where the stolen relic transforms the thief into a monster they must defeat. Various conspirators meddle with the monastery and plot against the church. Masked warriors led by mysterious figures called the Flame Emperor and the Death Knight, the western branch of the church, and a hostile cult known as Those Who Slither in the Dark. During Byleth's thwarting of an attempt to steal a powerful hero's relic, the Sword of the Creator, the sword unexpectedly activates at Byleth's touch, and Rhea allows her to keep it to aid with her journey. After Geralt is murdered by an agent of the cult, Byleth reads his journal and discovers that he originally fled from the church due to Rhea's plans for Byleth when she was born. She discovers that Sothis is the original progenitor god, implanted by Rhea into Byleth when she was a baby, allowing Sothis to be reborn. Afterward, Byleth pursues the cultists responsible for Geralt's death. A magical attack by one of their leaders forces Sothis to merge with Byleth, allowing her to survive and to defeat the nearby cult members with the newly empowered Sword of the Creator. Rhea makes a futile attempt to awaken Sothis within Byleth, but the Flame Emperor attacks the ceremony with allies from the Empire. The Flame Emperor is revealed to be Edelgard, who, like Byleth, also bears the Crest of Flames, and she explains herself by accusing the church of being corrupt. Edelgard then gives Byleth the choice of joining her in the assault on the monastery, but she declines, opting instead to help defend it against Edelgard. During this attack, Rhea is also revealed to be a dragon, when she is forced to transform as a last resort during the battle. Byleth is knocked unconscious at the end of the battle, and wakes up 5 years later, discovering that Fodlan is plunged into war as the Empire, Kingdom, Alliance, and Church battle each other. Byleth reunites with Claude, proceeding to rally her other students and the remnants of the Church to stand against the Empire, and, after gathering additional allies and support, they invade it. However, as they confront now Empress Edelgard and her forces, a kingdom army led by Dimitri also arrives, resulting in a massive battle, where Edelgard is forced to retreat and Dimitri is killed. Byleth and Claude press on towards a strategic Empire fort and receive aid from the foreign nation of Elmira. Claude admits that he had secretly opened relations with Elmira, and announces his desire to open the entirety of Fodlan's borders to the outside world, ending the continent's isolationism. They then attack the Empire's capital city, where they defeat and kill Edelgard, before learning that the cult has been working behind the scenes to manipulate the events of the current war, as well as the ancient war of 1,000 years ago. Byleth and Claude's army defeats the cult in their secret underground city lair. The cult's leader attempts to destroy them with a rain of missiles as a last resort, but Rhea intercepts the missiles in her dragon form. Meanwhile, Nemesis is resurrected and awakened from his tomb by the remaining members of the cult. He and his 10 elites had been a band of thieves who took power from the remains of Sothis and her dragon kin after they were slain by the cult in the ancient era. This power is the original source of the nobility's crested bloodlines, with the Elite 10 being their ancestors. Byleth and Claude destroy Nemesis and his undead army, and in the aftermath, Fodlan is united under their rule as they open its borders and start relations with foreign nations, fulfilling Claude's dream.